Here are the top 10 worst LEGO Minecraft sets of all time. Let's go. Number 10 goes to The Wool Farm. Now the Wool Farm is quite a creative set, as you can make the sheep into all sorts of different models. But as a set, it feels quite bland. And I think there could have been more detail in the set, such as the shears looking more like LEGO Minecraft shears, instead of just looking like scissors. It's still a pretty good set, and is quite accurate to the game, other than those shears. But I just feel it could have been more detailed, and it just feels a bit bland. Spot number 9 goes to the Mushroom Island. Now don't get me wrong, this is quite a cool set, as it has the mushroom biome, and it's the only set to have that biome in. But it just keeps to the nature of the mushroom biome in the game. It's quite bland and boring, and doesn't really have anything that makes it stand out. And other than 2 mushrooms, there's not really much to this set. So playability isn't very good. Plus, because it's a mushroom island biome, it wouldn't really incorporate very well in the LEGO Minecraft world. Still a nice set though. Spot number 8 goes to the Skull Arena. This set came out in 2018 and is actually an okay set. The problem I have is that the build just isn't very good. And I really don't think this battle arena fits inside LEGO Minecraft world. And the only really good minifigure you get in it is the Killer Bunny. It's still not the worst set of all time though, so that's why it's up here on the list. Spot number 7 goes to the Mushroom House. This set came out quite recently, and isn't actually the worst set. If I'm being honest, it just feels really bland and not very fun. And the only thing that I'd buy it for is that spider jockey. Because being honest, that mushroom build is kind of useless. And that's why that takes spot number 7. Spot number 6 goes to the Fox Lodge. Just by looking at it, you can tell why I don't like it. It's another mob house. And not the best one either. It's really small and kind of useless if you're trying to make a world. And although playability is okay, and it could be okay for a standalone set, I just don't really like it. And you all know my opinions on those mob houses. Spot number 5 goes to the Abandoned Mine. If I'm being honest, the Abandoned Mine just feels like every single Minecraft set. Like the cave, or the dungeon, or the mine, or the first adventure. We have loads and loads of cave sets. And the Abandoned Mine is one of those that feels like we've got it 100 times before. But the only reason I buy it is for that slime. It looks kind of cool. Spot number 4 goes to the Panda Nursery. I know it has pandas in, but the set itself is really bland. Consisting of only a small little tower in the middle of a plains? That's kind of boring. I meant jungle, not plains. The only reason this isn't higher up on the list is just because it has those pandas in. But it is on this list though because it is quite a bland set. Spot number 3 goes to the Iron Golem. Despite it having an Iron Golem, this set was boring. All it had was a zombie, a few iron blocks with a pumpkin on it, and just this plains biome. And I know the whole set was revolved around that one Iron Golem, but it just feels too boring as a set itself. You'll notice a trend here is that a lot of these sets are really bland and not very fun to play with. And that's why the Iron Golem gets on this list. Spot number 2 goes to the Pillager Outpost. I know people might get mad at me for this one, but I think it is. To be honest, it was really disappointing. Because all we got were the outside builds of an outpost, and then they just called it the Pillager Outpost. This is a society if LEGO Minecraft would actually make a Pillager Outpost. Jokes aside, I think this set is a really big disappointment, and they could have done something really good with the Pillager Outpost. Spot number 1 goes to the End Battle. This one's kind of obvious. This Ender Dragon is really bad. And the setting you get in isn't very good either. It's got this tiny little tower in it, so it's barely even playable. And the dragon is just really ugly and just doesn't look good. And that's why it's the top of this list. But I guess you do get a code for a skin in-game. But that doesn't really help the fact that this dragon looks awful. That was the top 10 worst LEGO Minecraft sets of all time. Hope you enjoyed.